Wolfenstein The New Order is a unique first-person shooter that manages to create its own identity and have a very lengthy campaign. My first playthrough clocked in at around 12 hours, and the devs have been claiming 15 to 20, so this comes in at about that right claim. Now, I generally chew through games, so this is normal for me to beat a game under the suggested time that it would take you to beat the game. But still, 12 hours for a single-player campaign is really meaty. That's really nice. But that's all there is to the game. But luckily, there is another path that you can take inside the main campaign, because that's all there is, really. You have two branching paths where you can save one person or save another. It's pretty bare bones, but it does alter the story in some major to minor ways. Usually it just completely replaces the dialogue of that one character with the same dialogue of a different character. So you get the same interactions pretty much with your main character, BJ Blazkowicz, but at least it's a little bit different. But these branching story paths do bring in new gameplay mechanics and a few other characters that you wouldn't have seen otherwise. There's one branching path that actually has a Jimi Hendrix lookalike, which is a really nice nod, specifically since this is set in the 60s. But if you were to just play one version of the campaign, you would never see that. There's some things you would never see, rooms that you would never experience. Now, the levels themselves are pretty much the same levels, but there are new areas that you can access because of the new abilities that you've gained thanks to the character that you saved. Save one, you gain the ability to hotwire locks and stuff like that, which opens up certain doors, and you save another character, you gain the ability to lockpick, which is really cool that the fact that the character that you save is tied to a special interactive ability that you get. I like that. That's pretty neat. But other than that, the campaigns don't really differ too much, especially in the cutscenes. The cutscenes is copy and paste with a new voice actor reading the same dialogue. That's a bit of a disappointment, but it does add replay value, and this game is fun enough to replay. This is some of the most fun I've had playing a first-person shooter in a long time. The last time I had this much fun going through a campaign, I have to say, was Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher Bay. And that was made by some of the same people who went on to form Machine Games that made Wolfenstein The New Order. It really shows, especially their sense of storytelling. The story in this game is so good. It's so well written, you wouldn't expect this from a video game. Now the problem comes with the story is separated between big shooting galleries. But, you know, this is Wolfenstein we're talking about here. This is the granddaddy of all first-person shooters. If it didn't have big shooting galleries, then, well, it wouldn't feel like Wolfenstein. So it manages to feel like Wolfenstein, you know, a good classic first-person shooter, as well as having this really evolved, mature narrative, which gives it its own unique identity in the first-person shooter world. Instead of just being stop, pop, cutscene, stop, pop, cutscene, stop, pop, cutscene, stop, pop, cutscene, it's got its own unique flow, and it works, and the story is interwoven, and the characters are well-written and well voice-acted. The shooting mechanics feel superb. Seriously, they have the right amount of recoil, the right amount of hit detection. They are just so good. It's so much fun to shoot Nazis. And the whole alternate history thing of the story is so unique. I love it. I love alternate history, and I'm so glad that somebody finally nailed it. Unlike Turning Point Fall of Liberty, which was a complete train wreck other than the unique idea of Nazis invading America. This pretty much takes that same concept, but actually succeeds at what it's trying to do. Wolfenstein The New Order is an amazing game. It is so good. It is so much fun to play. But the fact that it is only a single-player campaign really hurts this game. There's no replay value outside of playing it on a higher difficulty or trying to experience the other side of the story. Now, if you grab a copy real quick, you can probably get a Doom beta invite, so there you get some kind of multiplayer with this, but who knows when that's going to come out. That's not a surefire way to say, hey, we got multiplayer in our package. But I have to give them credit. I have to give them credit for not shoehorning in multiplayer, for not offering a season pass day one, not even mentioning DLC. They made the game they wanted to make, they made it long, they made it good, and I have to commend them for that. That is so ballsy in today's market where everybody's, oh, throw in multiplayer, throw in a season pass, some map packs, give them to buy it day one up front. Machine Games didn't care. They wanted to make a good, solid first-person shooter with an amazing story that just felt right in the Wolfenstein universe, and that is amazing. That is great. Now, I'm going to flip the review score on this, and I've also changed my review scores. I don't give numbers anymore. I give sentences and actions, basically. And my review scores range from buy it at full price, wait for a sale, rent, score whores only, and pass. So, if you are a big first-person shooter fan, you love campaigns, then this is buy it at full price. It is. It's so good. I have to highly recommend this. If you can appreciate a good, by today's standards, long first-person shooter campaign, then pick this up immediately. But if you're the kind of person who just plays through the campaigns once and then hops into the multiplayer, wait for a sale. You'll still want to experience this game, but you probably won't want to spend $60 on it. This is for the hardcore campaign crowd. And since that's what I'm into, that really satisfied me. I loved playing through Wolfenstein The New Order. I highly recommend it if you love single-player campaigns. Anyways, that's going to be it for this review, and I'll post the review scores down below in the review. I'll start doing that for every review so people know that I don't give numbers. I just give sentences, and what the sentences mean. They're pretty self-explanatory, buy full price, wait for sale, rent, score whores only, and pass, but you never know. Yes, people are saying, "Whoa, give it a number. I got to have a number to buy it." No, these sentences are pretty self-explanatory, whether it's good or not. So that's going to be it for this review. And yeah, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. I'll answer any questions you have about the game. And yeah, the Bearded Xeno out.
I can hear someone out there. Someone's coming. Oh, that's him, isn't it? That's him. What the hell? Whoa. Okay?
Grab a hold of yourself. Sure. Goodbye. Nothing like no more questions than I cross monster like in a trench somewhere. Fuck, I'm just...
What are you people doing?